Picture this. You're sitting across from someone who just said something that cut you to the core. Your mind replays their words like a broken record, and the anger surges every time. Days pass, but the sting doesn't fade. It feels like a heavy weight pressing on your chest. Now ask yourself, are you holding on to the grudge, or is the grudge holding on to you? There's a story in Buddhist teachings that offers a profound answer to this question. One day, the Buddha faced a man consumed by anger. A man who hurled insults and scorn at him in front of a crowd. What happened next wasn't just surprising, it was transformative. How did the Buddha handle this confrontation without letting the anger touch him? And what can we learn from his response to release the grudges we hold? In our fast-paced world, forgiveness often feels impossible. Someone cuts us off in traffic and we stew about it for hours. A loved one breaks our trust, and we carry that pain for years. Even when we know holding on to resentment harms us, letting go feels like surrender, as if forgiving means admitting defeat or excusing the wrong. But Buddhist wisdom offers a different perspective. Forgiveness isn't about the other person. It's not about letting them off the hook. Forgiveness is a gift we give ourselves, a way to break free from the chains of anger, resentment, and pain. It's about reclaiming our peace of mind and choosing not to let someone else's actions control our emotions. Think about the last time you held a grudge. Maybe it was something small, a snide comment at work, or something deeply painful, like a betrayal by someone you trusted. How did carrying that hurt affect you? Did it make you feel stronger, or did it drain your energy and keep you stuck in the past? This is where the teachings of the Buddha resonate so powerfully. He reminds us that clinging to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. It might feel justified, even righteous, but in the end, it's we who suffer. Forgiveness, on the other hand, is like setting down a heavy load after carrying it for miles. It's liberating. In this video, we'll explore the story of the Buddha and the angry man, a tale that has inspired countless people to embrace forgiveness as a path to inner freedom. We'll also uncover practical steps from Buddhist teachings that you can use to let go of resentment, heal from past wounds, and live with greater peace. Are you ready to discover the life-changing power of forgiveness? Let's dive into the story and unlock the wisdom that can free you from anger and pain. It was a warm, quiet afternoon in a small village. The Buddha and his disciples walked peacefully down a dusty road, their presence a calm contrast to the hum of daily life around them. Villagers paused to bow in respect, their hands pressed together in reverence. But not everyone in the village shared this admiration. From a distance, an angry man stormed toward the group, his face red with fury, his fists clenched tightly. As the Buddha and his disciples approached, the man planted himself firmly in their path. His voice boomed with accusations. "You are nothing but a fraud, deceiving the weak and foolish with your so-called wisdom." The Buddha, calm as ever, stopped and turned to face him. He showed no trace of irritation or anger, only a gentle, serene smile. The man's insults grew louder, his frustration swelling as he tried to provoke the teacher. "You think you're better than us? Your silence won't fool me. Defend yourself." The Buddha's response was simple and unexpected. He raised his hand slightly, as if to pause the man's tirade, and spoke in a calm, measured tone. "May I ask you a question?" The man was taken aback, momentarily caught off guard. His voice faltered. "What?" he snapped. "If someone offers you a gift," the Buddha began, "and you choose not to accept it, to whom does the gift belong?" The man furrowed his brow, puzzled by the question. He hesitated before answering. "Well, if I don't accept it, the gift remains with the giver." The Buddha nodded gently. "Exactly. And so it is with your anger. You offer it to me, but I do not accept it. Therefore, it remains with you." The man stood frozen, his rage beginning to waver. He had been so consumed by his emotions, so focused on provoking the Buddha, that he had never considered the power of his own actions, or the consequences of holding on to his anger. The Buddha continued, his voice soft but resolute. "Anger is a heavy burden. Carry it long enough and it begins to weigh down your heart and cloud your mind. You do not need to give it to others, nor must you carry it yourself. Let it go, and you will feel light again." The man's clenched fists loosened, and his expression softened. He took a step back, suddenly aware of the intensity of his own emotions. For the first time in years, he felt the faintest glimmer of relief. Not because he had won an argument, but because he had been given the chance to reflect. The disciples, who had silently observed the exchange, were awestruck. They had witnessed not just a lesson, but the transformation of a soul weighed down by anger. As the angry man walked away, his mind swirled with the Buddha's words. For years he had clung to his anger, using it as a shield to protect himself from disappointment and pain. But now, a question lingered. What if I could let go? The Buddha's response had unlocked a door to a new way of thinking. He realized that his anger, the very thing he thought gave him strength, was a burden he carried every day. Instead of protecting him, it weighed him down, poisoning his relationships and clouding his peace of mind. In Buddhist teachings, this concept is known as letting go. It doesn't mean ignoring injustice or pretending that pain doesn't exist. Instead, it means choosing not to let anger and resentment control your life. The Buddha taught that clinging to negative emotions is like holding a burning coal. The tighter you grip it, the more it burns you. The man's realization is something many of us face. We hold grudges, replay arguments in our minds, and nurse old wounds thinking that anger gives us power. But in reality, it keeps us trapped, stuck in the past, and unable to fully experience the present. The Buddha often taught his disciples that the mind is like a jar of muddy water. When shaken, it's impossible to see clearly, but when left to settle, the water becomes clear. In the same way, letting go of anger allows the mind to settle, bringing clarity and peace. As the man reflected on the Buddha's lesson, he felt something shift within him. For the first time, he saw his anger for what it was, a choice. He realized that while he couldn't control the actions of others, he could control his response. This wisdom is at the heart of the Buddha's teachings. Forgiveness and letting go are not about condoning harm or denying our emotions. They are about freeing ourselves from the chains of negativity and creating space for healing and growth. That day, the man made a decision. He wouldn't let anger rule his life anymore. He would lay down the burden he had carried for so long and take the first step toward peace. Forgiveness is often misunderstood. Many people think it's about excusing bad behavior or pretending that pain doesn't exist. But in truth, forgiveness is an act of strength, a deliberate choice to free yourself from the hold of anger and resentment. The path to forgiveness isn't always easy, but it is transformative. According to Buddhist teachings, the journey begins with acknowledging the hurt. This step is crucial because denying your pain only deepens the wound. Allow yourself to recognize the anger, sadness, or betrayal you feel. Let it surface without judgment. Next comes understanding the other. This doesn't mean justifying harmful actions, but rather seeing the humanity in the person who hurt you. In Buddhism, there is a belief that suffering is at the root of unkindness. Someone who acts out of anger or malice is often dealing with their own inner turmoil. By recognizing this, you can begin to cultivate compassion, not for their actions, but for their struggles. The third step involves mindfulness practices. Meditation, for instance, is a powerful tool for processing difficult emotions. A simple practice is to sit quietly, focus on your breath, and imagine letting go of your anger with every exhale. Visualize yourself releasing the burden, feeling lighter and freer with each breath. Another effective exercise is loving kindness meditation. In this practice, you silently repeat phrases of goodwill, starting with yourself. May I be happy. May I be free from suffering. May I live with ease. Then extend these wishes to others, including the person who wronged you. This may feel difficult at first, but over time, it can soften the walls of resentment. Finally, forgiveness requires patience. It's not a one-time decision, but a process that unfolds over days, months, or even years. Be kind to yourself as you navigate this journey. Some days you may feel peace, other days the anger might resurface. Both are part of the path. As the Buddha taught, forgiveness is not a gift for the other person, it's a gift for yourself. It allows you to reclaim your power and peace, breaking free from the cycle of suffering. With each step on this path, you move closer to liberation and a life unburdened by anger. A few days after the heated encounter, the angry man returned to the village square where he had first confronted the Buddha. His heart was heavy, not with rage this time, but with a profound sense of regret. The Buddha's words had lingered in his mind, stirring emotions he hadn't allowed himself to feel in years. As he approached the gathering of disciples, the man's steps slowed. Doubt gnawed at him. Would the Buddha even acknowledge me? Could someone I insulted so harshly forgive me? When the Buddha noticed the man, he greeted him with the same serene smile he had worn during their first meeting. The man bowed low and said, "Master, I was wrong. My anger blinded me, and I acted without understanding. Please forgive me." The Buddha replied gently, "There is nothing to forgive. Just as I did not accept your anger, I also do not cling to your apology. It is enough that you see clearly now." The man's eyes welled with tears. In that moment, he felt an immense weight lift from his chest. The Buddha's forgiveness wasn't just a release of the past, it was an invitation to a new beginning. This resolution exemplifies a profound truth. Forgiveness is liberating, not just for the person who forgives, but also for the one who seeks it. The man had spent years bound by his anger, but through this exchange he experienced the freedom of letting go. The impact of this moment extended beyond the man and the Buddha. The disciples who had witnessed the exchange began to reflect on their own struggles with forgiveness. Many of them carried grievances or unresolved conflicts in their hearts. Inspired by the Buddha's wisdom, they began to embrace the practice of letting go. The man too became a living example of transformation. He began to share his story with others in the village, urging them to consider the power of forgiveness in their own lives. Slowly, the village became a kinder, more harmonious place. In Buddhism, forgiveness is seen as an essential step toward inner peace. It clears the mind, heals the heart, and creates space for compassion to grow. The Buddha's lesson, that anger and resentment harm only the one who clings to them, resonates across time and cultures. Through forgiveness, we liberate ourselves from the chains of the past and step into a life unburdened by anger, free to grow and thrive. Forgiveness is more than an act of kindness. It's a pathway to liberation. The story of the Buddha and the angry man reminds us that holding on to anger is like carrying a heavy load. The longer we cling to it, the more it drains us, keeping us trapped in the pain of the past. Forgiveness, on the other hand, is the act of setting down that burden and choosing freedom. In the end, forgiveness isn't about condoning harm or excusing bad behavior. It's about reclaiming your peace. It's a gift you give yourself, allowing your mind and heart to heal. The angry man learned this lesson when the Buddha showed him that anger, like an unaccepted gift, remains with the giver. By choosing to let it go, he freed himself from years of bitterness and pain. This lesson extends far beyond their encounter. Each of us carries moments of hurt, words that stung, betrayals that linger, conflicts that fester. But, as the Buddha taught, we have the power to choose whether those moments define us. We can hold on to them, letting them shape our thoughts and actions, or we can release them, creating space for joy and growth. Forgiveness is not always easy, but it is always worth it. It requires courage to confront your pain, compassion to understand the other, and patience to allow the process to unfold. But with each step, you reclaim a piece of your freedom. So take a moment to reflect. Is there someone you need to forgive? Maybe it's a loved one, a stranger, or even yourself. Imagine what your life could feel like without the weight of that resentment. As the Buddha said, holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. Choose to let go and experience the profound peace that comes with forgiveness. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Together, let's spread the wisdom of forgiveness and create a world filled with compassion and understanding.